Hello, you are welcome. Now, the question here says we should find angles X, Y, and Z in this circle geometry question. Now, for us to really do this, I would like you to look at this point and then also look at this point. There are 2 points on the circumference of the circle. Now, from these 2 points, I have this line going to this circumference, and I have a line, another line going to this circumference to form angle X. From the same 2 points, I have this line coming to this circumference, and I have this other line coming to this circumference to form 110 degrees. Now, in a situation where you have 2 points on the circumference of a circle, you can as well say a chord joining the 2 points. When you have lines, two set of separate lines coming to form angle at different parts of the circumference of the circle, then you should remember the theorem that says that angle in the same segments are equal. Once the 2 lines are coming from the same points to form different angles at different portions of the circumference, then you agree with me that those 2 angles have to be equal. And the theorem says that angle in the same segments are equal. So with that, we can get angle X as 110 degrees because angle in the same segment are equal. So X is settled. Now let's move on to angle Y. In angle Y, we don't even need to calculate anything. Now look at this line passing through the center of the circle because this is the center. So this is a diameter passing through the center of the circle. Now once that diameter forms a triangle, once that diameter line forms a triangle, you look at the triangle very well. The opposite angle to that diameter in the triangle, which is angle Y, is a right angle triangle. So it's a right angle, which means it is 90 degrees. So the theorem says that angle in a semicircle is right angle. So this diameter makes this circle a semicircle, half of a circle. So once you see a diameter like this, the opposite angle that that diameter makes in a triangle that it forms, which is this angle Y, opposite the line. So this is the diameter line, and this is the angle opposite the diameter line in this triangle. So when you have a situation like that, then the theorem that should come to your mind is Thales' theorem that says that angle in a semicircle is right angle. So that means when you have a diameter like this and this opposite angle to that diameter, that opposite angle is right angle. Angle in a semicircle is right angle. So right angle means 90 degrees. So that means that angle Y is 90 degrees. Hope you are getting it. Now, if you are getting it actually, please comment yes or no in the comment section and I'll reply or create another video that will explain it better. Now, let's move on to the last angle Z. Now, the last angle Z is an angle that we have to obtain by first of all looking at this four-sided figure. This four-sided figure. So a four-sided figure is a quadrilateral. And then when all the angles or the edges of that quadrilateral lies on the circumference of a circle, we call that quadrilateral a cyclic quadrilateral. So this quadrilateral is a cyclic quadrilateral, meaning all its angles or edges are on the circumference of the circle. Now, from that theorem from a quadrilateral, we know that the opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral are supplementary. Supplementary means they add up to form 180 degrees. That means they add up to give 180 degrees. So this 110 is opposite to this angle. So these 2 opposite angles now of this quadrilateral are supplementary, meaning if you add them together, you get 180. So if this is 110, then to get this angle, we simply say 180 minus 110. 180 minus 110 will give us 70 degrees. So that means this angle here is 70 degrees. So with that angle now, we can now get angle Z, because this 70 degrees plus angle Y, which is 90, plus angle Z that we are looking for. The three angles add up to 180 degrees. Why? Because sum of angle in a triangle add up to 180 degrees. So from there, we can now find the value of Z as we solve together. So this is Z now will be equal to, this is 180. When this positive 70 comes to this side, it becomes minus 70. When this positive 90 comes to this side, it becomes minus 90. So I can conclude finally and carry out the subtraction. I say 180 minus 70 will give us 110. 110 minus 90 will give us 20 degrees. So angle Z is equal to 20 degrees as the final answer. So as you can see, we have obtained the three angles. X as 110, Y as 90 degree, and Z as 20 degrees as the final answer. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, share, and join for more videos like this. Thank you for watching.